Hey everybody, I'm Walter Brnasiak, and this is Top 5. Here we take a look at the best and worst performances from our most beloved actors. Today we take a look at the worst of everybody's favorite jacked grandpa, Sylvester Stallone. Last week we went over his best, but unfortunately, there's a lot more to choose from when we go over Sly's worst performances. As stated before, when Stallone is cast in the right part, he can be a great actor. But he's chosen some really bad roles, resulting in some awful performances over the years, and these are the worst of the worst. Number 5, Joseph Dredd in Judge Dredd.
Rico! I am the law!
Yes, we all know the lines, but is Stallone really that bad in this adaptation of the comic book series? Let's just say that his performance is as authentic as his blue eye contacts. In the crime-plagued future, the only thing standing between order and chaos is Judge Joseph Dredd. His duty? Police the violent metropolitan sprawls that crowd the decaying earth and kill criminals on the spot if necessary. The tables are turned, however, when maniacal ex-judge Rico frames Dredd for murder. But as his opponents soon discover, not even a prison sentence can stop Dredd from doling out his signature brand of justice. Before Dredd finally got his just due with the 2012 Carl Urban movie, all we had to go on was this.
Hey, why are you taking off his clothes? We don't have time for this.
All right, that line was funny, but for the record, we all know the superior Stallone-Schneider team-up is definitely Demolition Man. Stallone is just miscast in this. I mean, he's trying, I think. He's not the emotionless guy. Sly's best work is when the character he's playing is dealing with heavy emotion that is bottled up, then let go at some point in the film. Carl Urban played it straight without coming off like a robot, so it's not the character, it's the acting. Not his absolute worst, and there are parts of this movie that I actually kind of enjoyed, but it definitely fits in pretty comfortably at number 5. Number 4, Angelo Snaps Provolone in Oscar. Insert Stallone Oscar joke here. What do you get when you take Blues Brothers and Rocky, two of my favorite movies ever, and put them together? You get this! Bags of loot and his daughter's love life confuse a gangster on the day he plans to go legitimate. Stallone plays gangster boss Angelo Snaps Provolone. You know, 'cause cheese and Italian. Stallone breaks the fourth wall in the first 5 minutes of this movie. I could tell right away what we were in for. This movie is just baffling and lazy. I'll say this, Stallone deserved all of these for taking this role. This is Landis and Stallone attempting a Three Stooges style comedy, but it falls harder on its face than Rocky did in Rocky 3. Stallone doing straight comedy never works. This is one of the best examples of that. His timing and delivery are off for the entire movie. This was a chore to get through. There is nothing redeemable.
Hello?
Tim Curry? Tim, save me!
Round the rough and rugged rocks, the ragged rascal rudely ran.
Yes, through all this garbage, there is still the shining light of Tim Curry at his hammiest. I love you, Tim. I don't even understand why this movie is called Oscar. He's such an unimportant character. It's like renaming Rambo Deputy Mitch. This thing just goes on forever, and Stallone keeps making it worse. But hey, it's not as bad as Blues Brothers 2000. I know that's not saying much. Number 3, Raymond Tango in Tango and Cash. I understand that there is some love for this movie out there. Okay, fair enough. We all have movies like this that we enjoy. But Stallone as Tango? Pretty tough to watch. Here's hoping for a better combo of Sly and Kurt Russell in Guardians 2. Police officers Ray Tango and Gabe Cash are narcotics experts working to bring down drug lord Yves Dredd. In an attempt to stymie their efforts, Dredd sets up Tango and Cash, making it look as if they've killed an FBI agent. Arrested and put in prison, the two cops formulate an escape plan and once out, team up with Tango's exotic dancer sister, Catherine, in order to clear their records and take down Perez once and for all. First scene of the movie.
He thinks he's Rambo.
Rambo is a pussy.
No, that's all kinds of no. Stallone has the worst one-liners of his entire career in this movie.
Yuck. From the look of your diet, it's obvious you're not too interested in counting calories. You're looking terribly anemic. I think what you need is a little iron in your diet.
He's really unlikable and just a general D-bag in this. He's not known for being the weird cocky guy, and after Tango and Cash, I could see why. Like I said before, sincerity is very important in Stallone's performances. You can tell when he's faking it. And Tango is really faking it. Also, obvious stuntman is obvious.
If you don't want to get sticky, get back, Jack.
All right, that's enough. Let's move on. Number 2, Toymaker in Spy Kids 3D, Game Over. I remember liking the first 2 Spy Kids as a kid, so add Stallone in there and it's gotta be good. Right? Pint-sized kid spy Juni Cortez faces his biggest challenge yet when he confronts the Toymaker, a ruthless villain sentenced to virtual prison by the Organization of Super Spies. The Toymaker has captured Juni's sister, OSS agent Carmen, and is holding her inside a virtual reality environment called Game Over. Now Juni must use his cunning to advance to the nearly impossible level 5 in order to rescue his sister. Somebody else recently covered how awful this movie is, so I'm just gonna stick to Sly's performance. I think the worst part of this is the Toymaker's 3 split personalities. I know it's a kid's movie, but damn. This was pretty much the lowest point in his career, so taking on something like this back then probably wasn't even thought about that much. But Sly, you should have thought about it. And you almost brought down Clooney with you.
For imprisoning me. For using me.
That might be the end of my career right there.
Don't worry, George, you get 3 strikes. I thought this was gonna be number 1, but that was before I saw. The number 1 worst Sylvester Stallone performance is Nick Martinelli in Rhinestone. Trying to get out of her contract with her obnoxious manager, Freddie, country singer Jake Ferris bets that she can turn the next person she sees into a Nashville-style crooner. Unfortunately, the next person she sees is cocky New York cabbie Nick, who can't sing a note. Undaunted, she brings her new protege to her tiny Tennessee hometown to train him in all things country, while her ex-boyfriend tries to win her back. Okay, this is legit one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Sylvester Stallone plus Dolly Parton equals death. Death for all. Stallone even regrets making it. He is beyond obnoxious in this movie, and he doesn't even sound like himself. It's like he's half asleep or drunk or high. He talks in slow motion the whole movie. Is he even alive in this? Was the goal to be as annoying as possible? Are these jokes even jokes? What came first, the chicken or the egg? Are we alone in the universe? What's the meaning of life? This movie is making me question everything, and we haven't even gotten to the singing yet.
Budweiser, you created a monster, and they call him Frankenstein.
Stallone singing is never, I repeat, never a good idea. He's done it before, but it was never this offensive. Even when he gets better in the movie, there's no change. Logic. I need logic.
Baby, if you can't take the heat, if you want it, come on and get it, baby. Satisfaction guaranteed.
This is like when an athlete tries to act. It's that bad. I would talk about Stallone and Parton's chemistry, but there's none to speak of. I had never seen this before. I didn't know God could allow something like this to exist. But he has. Why? That's my only question. Why? As much as that physically hurt me to watch, I still love Stallone and always will. He can make 50 rhinestones and not outweigh the good he did with Rocky. But damn, man, I didn't know it got that bad. I want to hear what you guys think. What is your least favorite Stallone movie or performance? Who do you want me to cover next on the show? Leave a comment and let me know. Until next week, I'll see you on Top 5.